What are the non-obvious signs of a smart person? They walk a lot, I've noticed. Stephen Hawking would like to know your location. Smart. Knows the answers. Is interested in new things. Understands ideas and is receptive. Copies things and ideas accurately. Highly intelligent. Never stops questioning everything. Is highly curious, not just interested, and is very good in abstract thinking. Is highly critical of him or herself and others and is intense. Creates new things / ideas, etc. They acknowledge areas where they lack knowledge. Sort of the exact opposite of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Talking to a dumb person will make you feel smart. Talking to a smart person will make you feel dumb. Talking to a very smart person will make you feel smart. I'm a just kinda smart person and I know exactly what you mean. I've met people that have truly blown my mind. Just made me say damn, I never thought of it that way, and I didn't feel any dumber for it. I authentically felt like these people gave me a new perspective. The ability to do that, give new and different perspectives, is truly rare and the mark of a thinker. If you are the smartest person in a room, you are in the wrong room. If you think you're the smartest person in the room, you can still learn plenty from the dummies. The thing with being of above average intelligence is that you get used to being right. Realizing that you can still learn things from people who might have a lower IQ score or less education than you is one of the biggest leaps you can make towards opening your mind and really learning. I agree with this. It's a matter of pulling bits and pieces from multitudes of perspectives. They don't have to be highly intellectual to obtain valuable experiential knowledge. Every single person has something to teach. It's hard to even talk about this topic without feeling gross about publicly acknowledging that you believe you may be above average. But it is an amazing feeling when someone can give you strong enough information and interaction with real depth to expand from. You constantly have to check that you aren't stuck in your own echo chamber. You also get so used to having to challenge your own ideas and question your own beliefs that it is truly exciting when someone does it for you. I get a real kick out of being confused, or when someone makes me stop mid-sentence and think, well, shit, I didn't think of that. Admitting when they're wrong, updating their opinion / beliefs when presented with proper evidence. Nuance in their understanding of things. Yep, smart people rarely make big absolute statements about anything. Something Reddit largely lacks. How dare you accuse us all of lacking nuance? My truck was nuance. I daily drive a 96ness and nuance. When someone is explaining a concept and they occasionally use hedging language like, with some exceptions, or mostly true or in general, that's a good sign. I wish people would understand when I say I'm not sure if I would never kill someone. Is this morally questionable? Yes, but it's also a fact. If someone was a danger to me, I might kill them. Everyone is absolutely capable of murder if put in the right, or wrong, situation. It is dangerous to underestimate your capacity for evil. Everyone has it in them, but most don't show it, or manifest it in their actions, if that makes sense. In no way am I saying everyone is evil, but everyone has the ability to be should they choose to, or are forced into it, as some in the SS regime or the ones who threw innocent people into Russian gulags were, for example. If the government would just do X, everything would be great and everyone would be happy. Person who doesn't understand anything very deeply. That's 90% of Reddit right there. They tend to be, at least in my experience, more open to criticism or being shown facts that change their opinions on things. I don't know if that really falls under smart or more of a wise trait. I'd say wise, but often those who are wise are smart. Just not the other way around due to people being arrogant. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. Charles Bukowski. That's actually a misquote of Bertrand Russell. The fundamental cause of trouble in the world today is that the stupid are cocksure, while the intelligent are full of doubt. That's actually a misquote of Fozzie Bear. The fundamental cause of trouble in the world today is that the stupid are cocksure while the intelligent are full of doubt. Waka waka. Pattern recognition. Part of the reason smart people throughout history are well known is because they discovered something new and figured out how to maximize its potential. Darwin was a guy who discovered a bunch of islands with slightly different animals. He then collected and analyzed that data to come up with the theory of evolution, which was largely correct. Einstein's theory of relativity was based off of his observation that physics acted on everything equally. He figured out that exceptions were because of the way high-speed objects interact with the universe's speed limit, the speed of light. He recognized these exceptions by gathering them and recognizing the pattern between them all, then created his theory of relativity based on that. I'd say that the faster and or deeper a person can recognize patterns, the smarter they are. Patterns are life. Everything you do is learned behavior from your own experiences. From how you get up, shower, get dressed, cook, eat, drive, work, deal with others and yourself. If you have a repetitive problem in life, always look inwards. Bad boyfriends or girlfriends, frequent fender benders, trouble with money, it's probably all you and not the exterior world. Find the pattern and change it. The ability to see both sides of the coin rather than just one side. What about the third side? Never forget the third side. You can balance Nicholas on that side, also quarters too, if you're good at balancing. I think this is true. I also think highly intelligent people consider more outcomes/scenarios in just about every activity. So do highly anxious people. I'm pretty sure there have been studies that support correlation between people with higher IQs with people with higher levels of anxiety. If this is true, then I'm a super genius. I feel like I can't think of an answer for this one without immediately thinking of multiple contradictory examples. I've spent my entire adult life in academia, and there really isn't a unifying characteristic of all of the highly successful people I have met. I suppose if I were trying to get a sense of someone in an interview setting, I would look for evidence of active listening and ability to ask critical questions on the fly. That said, I know some pretty smart people who are perpetually distracted listeners. I think that's because our definition of smart is so nebulous. Is being smart about knowing lots of things? Is it about being a good learner, or a quick learner? Do smart people have innate talent, or have they worked for years to achieve their success? Is having academic intelligence smart? What about emotional intelligence? You might call someone who can memorize things quickly smart, but you'd also call someone who can work out problems quickly smart. It's smart to take a long time to figure out a clever solution to the same problem. Does studying make you smart? Take two straight A students. One studies for hours, and the other is able to pick up subject material quickly in class with little supplemental work. Which one is smarter? I think smart is a catch-all word for describing a lot of different mental states and dispositions, but, especially during grade school, it's reduced down to certain kinds of success. This, distracted listening, is actually a common phenomenon amongst intelligent people. I've heard that it has something to do with them knowing where the conversation is going before you get there. They're already formulating the response. This is a good point. And I think that this sort of matches up with being about to ask incisive questions on the spot. Even with that said though, I can think of some super smart people who are constantly just, wait what, distracted all the time in normal conversation. ADHD does not discriminate if someone is intelligent or not. Larger dendrites in the frontal and temporal lobes. You're a front lobe. Your mom has front and back lobes. Thank you. Nice try, BuzzFeed. What's the difference between BuzzFeed and Reddit audience? About 36 hours. They'll listen to the other's facts and points and take them into account when giving an objection. They won't argue with stupid people. Even if they know they're right, they won't do it. It's impossible to win against a stupid person. They are too stubborn and never have the self-awareness to know they're wrong. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Mark Twain. It's like playing chess with a pigeon. Regardless of how well you play, the pigeon will end up knocking the pieces over, shitting on the board, and then strutting around like it won. They realize not everyone is smart the same way. Your stupid hick neighbor might have dropped out of school in 8th grade, but he can drive your car once and tell you exactly what's wrong, then fix it. That arsehole in school that had no empathy for anyone and showed no emotion made that sci-fi shit you thought would never be real. Yeah, she's stingy and her worldview is tiny, but she's the best teacher you've ever met and inspires tons of kids to go on and do great things with themselves. There's no one size fits all answer here really. Edit. Wow, my first gold. Thanks guys, I'm glad so many people feel this. I use this analogy regularly with my high school students. I have college degrees and am relatively intelligent in some ways. My brother is a brilliant mechanic. When my car breaks down on the side of the road, I call him to come fix it. Which one of us is the smart one? Edit. Brakes. The one who knows how to spell brakes. Sorry, couldn't resist. Don't get caught up in unnecessary arguments. Definitely not. They can be smart enough to see when it is pointless, but I've known plenty of super smart folks who enjoy arguing for the sake of arguing. Often they may not even care about the topic or which side they take, but enjoy the act of arguing. Smart enough to know when arguing is pointless if your goal is to change the other's mind, yes. But smart doesn't make one automatically hate debate. They know when to talk and when to listen. They know when to hold them, and occasionally when to fold them. They don't boast about their knowledge, because they're smart enough to know no one really cares. They're happy to be wrong about something, and then will take the time to learn about the subject. The same will go for politics. Rather than just dismissing the other person's opinion, they'll take the time to understand it. In my opinion, this is just having a good attitude and willingness to learn, way more important than being smart BTW. But lots of dumb people do this and lots of smart people don't. Smart people send me cash in the mail. Being able to acknowledge when they're wrong. This and also being able to admit I don't know. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. Socrates. I think this is more of a matter of emotional maturity and wisdom than just being smart. I know a few people who are very smart, but they are also immature, prideful, and insecure about their intelligence. They will never say, I don't know. Instead, they will make up answers and bullshit their way into making it look like they know what they are talking about. At the same time, I know some people who aren't very smart, but are wise and mature enough to admit they don't know the answer, or that they are wrong. Being wise and or mature and being smart isn't the same thing. I constantly say I don't know. I am neither smart nor wise nor mature. I am simply a moron who everyone knows is a moron, so why try to pretend otherwise? That kind of self-awareness requires a fair amount of wisdom. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.